pleasant day to everyone. I am your reporter for today. I'll be reporting on the part of Chapter 3, the school as a cultural institutions, the continuation to the past report of Miss Lunghas. But before that, I would like to introduce myself first. This is Charmaine, and I'm glad you're watching this. School's mission, vision, values, traditions, and ceremonies are all elements of the culture that are current and happening in the present. According to Confield, the past is being represented when discussing history and stories of an organization. Peterson and Dale shared that learning from the past mistakes and successes is vital in creating and maintaining a positive school culture. The retelling of the past can bring some necessary initiatives into action, revive traditions and rituals that have shriveled away, and assist staff in surrendering previous obsolete memories. In short, the past plays a big role in achieving successful and progressive future. These three are the key to create and sustain a positive culture. According to Peterson and Deal, artifacts and symbols are the tangible objects that represent the intangible values and beliefs of the school. Examples of these are the logos, mascots, banners, awards, flags, and trophies. Even school administrators serves as a walking symbols as they send messages through words, action, and body language. Confield claimed that physical environment of the school building in the surrounding area is also essential influencing how individuals think and feel about what is valued. Starrett crafted a diagram that might help us imagine the school as being comprised of layers resembling an onion. It is made up of different levels. These levels are represented by operations, organization, program, policies, goals and purposes, beliefs and assumptions, and the myth especially. The underneath layer is the organizational level of the school. This layer is made up of all those organizing structures of the school. Best example of this is the weekly schedule of classes. The next layer is made up of the programs of the school that includes various components of the academic program as well as the extracurricular activities. Best example of these are those sports done during our college week like basketball and volleyball, the debate of course. Beneath that layer, we find the goals and purposes level. Find here the general goals of the school. Best example of this is the mission statement, or sometimes even a philosophy statement. These statements tell what the school community is striving to do, become, or achieve. Nearing the center of the core of the onion, we find the level of beliefs and assumptions. Here would be what might be called the school's tacit educational platform. We say tacit because most of the beliefs and assumptions are rarely explicated. For some instances, we assume that children come to school to learn. We believe that parents have the best intentions for their children. We assume that teachers want children to learn something in their classes. We assume people are rational. We believe that the state has the best interests of the children at heart in enforcing mandatory school attendance, laws, etc. The list and belief and assumptions is potentially infinite, for they include beliefs about the most basic matters in life. At the core of the diagram, sometimes flowing into the layer of beliefs and assumptions, are the myths and meanings by which people make sense out of their lives, by which they define value, by which human striving is to be judged, which help to place oneself in a definable order of things. Nevertheless, it is that core of myth, meaning, and belief that leaders find the grounding for their vision of what the school might or ought to become. At the core, we find myths of heroism, of human destiny, and of the nature of human society. These myths are usually embodied in story, in poems, in highly symbolic literature. They shape our convictions, our beliefs, and our attitudes toward most things. Because of them, we can reach consensus on our beliefs and assumptions according to Starrett. The culture typology survey allows individuals to recognize and rate the degree to which he or she observes and engages in certain behaviors within the school environment. Moreover, this activity is not judging the culture of the school, but rather allowing individuals to tabulate the actions at the school. There are 12 key aspects of school culture. These are the student achievements, or the extent to which a student, teacher, or institution has attained their short or long-term educational goals. To visualize this is the completion of educational benchmarks such as secondary school, diplomas, and bachelor's degrees represent academic achievement. The collegial awareness, of course. We have also the shared values which support norms of behavior and guides decisions about teaching and learning in the school. We have also decision making, which helps children to be more independent, responsible, and confident. It gives them a sense of control over their lives, reducing anxiety and promoting resilience. Furthermore, it encourages self-exploration and helps them to solidify their values. Risk-taking, of course, which involves putting oneself in the position of potentially losing something to achieve a goal. Trust is the foundation for social interaction and cooperation. Whatever matters to human beings, trust is the atmosphere in which it thrives. Schools with higher levels of trust experience greater student achievement. Openness and transparency can help build trust, but only if we are genuinely open to hearing what others have to say. Inviting feedback is meaningful only if we sincerely listen to new ideas, new perspectives, new approaches, and new ways of thinking. It is important to build a parent relations with the teachers. The active ongoing participation of a parent or primary caregiver in the education of a child will link to positive student outcomes, including improved academic performance, increased motivation, better attendance, improved social skills, reduced behavioral issues, increased confidence, a greater sense of belonging, better decision making, and improved time management skills. Leadership also serves as one of the key aspects of the school culture. Successful leaders instill the school's shared values, ideas, principles, and beliefs in the members of the school. Creating a school culture is the responsibility of the school leader. Through better representing the organizational culture, the school administrators can strengthen their symbolic leadership practices. Communication is essential to maintain relationships between the students, faculty, and parents. We have also the socialization, in which a major objective of socialization in the school setting is to make a child socially competent. A child must develop skills that allow him or her to function socially, emotionally, and intellectually within the school environment. And lastly is the organization history, which is also essential in shaping a child to be progressive and successful. We have also the 6 types of school cultures. First, we have toxic. We have also fragmented, which means that teachers all function independently and there is very little collaborative effort to improve the school. Next, we have balkanized, in which the atmosphere is dominated by cliques of teachers that compete for resources and control. An us versus them attitude can develop between the teachers and administration. Then we have contrived collegial. The tone of the school is determined by leadership, which supports teachers' growth, but on a superficial level, which often undermines motivation. Comfortable collaborative. The school atmosphere is professional, and although teachers are aware of their efforts of their colleges, there is not a great deal of professional reflection. Lastly is collaborative culture, which means that teachers work together, share the same educational values, and are committed to improving their teaching and the school as a whole. That's all for my report. Thank you for listening, and God bless us all.